Hey guys, it's Phoenix. Today I wanted to discuss with you Minecon Earth, which happened last night for me, almost 24 hours ago, so this video is a little bit late because I could not watch it live. I was asleep and I woke up to a pleasant surprise that I made a little appearance on the live stream at the pre-show reel. So that was a little bit interesting. That was a surprise for me. I didn't know that was going to happen, but there you go. That's a pretty good achievement, I think. So I didn't watch any other videos, I didn't read any other posts or any tweets, like a few, I couldn't avoid them. So before I get into the meat of this content, of this video, I want to show you this tweet. So this perfectly encapsulates the public's opinion on what Minecon Earth was like for them. So let me just scroll down here. So there are no capes, but look at the amount of people still asking for capes. This goes on for a long time, and I'm not even kidding. This is not filtered or anything. This is just a lot of people talking about capes. So you can have a look at this Twitter. This is actually hilarious and very surreal for me. So you can see that we are getting the update Aquatic, which is essentially Aquatic updates. I don't know why they called it the update Aquatic. Kind of a strange name. We'll be getting Dolphins, we'll be getting Icebergs, so the ocean terrain will be getting a huge facelift, and I think that is an amazing thing that they're doing. This is the perfect path and choice of content update that Mojang have decided on, because oceans, I love the ocean. I live near the ocean, and Tridents are good. That's awesome. I was a big fan of Poseidon, believe it or not, when I was a kid. So this is something that I'm pretty familiar with. And the ocean. So this is almost like the Great Barrier Reef. The blocks look really nice. They go well with the color update. So there you go. That is essentially what we'll be getting. And I seem to have missed this little screenshot here from the Java Minecraft panel. You can see that we'll be getting trapdoors and things like that of the various styles of doors. So this is perfect. Good on Jens for doing this. I'll touch on the content update later. This will be coming to 1.14 as well. That has been confirmed by Jens. But otherwise, I want to quickly discuss with you what Minecon Earth was like. To me, and I think to a lot of people, here I am in the pre-show, it was hugely disappointing. But okay, the pre-show was really good. Basically, the chemistry was there. They put together the pre-show very well. It looked very authentic, very real, very professional, although also a hint of casualness. That's really what Minecraft is all about. But they did a really good job. The problem with the idea of having Will Arnett on the show is he has really no idea about anything about the game. But they had to write the script which presented himself in a way that he sort of understood the game in some ways. He probably does, but at times he just sounded so inauthentic, disingenuous, and fake. And in that sense, there was no chemistry whatsoever between Lydia and Will Arnett, and that is one of the biggest problems with hosting a show. You've got to have chemistry between them. It was almost like Will Arnett was just shoveling himself into the ground, and Lydia was just trying to pull him up with a rope. She does it well, but you can only do that to some extent. However, at the end of the show, when Will Arnett is by himself doing that talk show host little part, that was pretty good. Himself as a solo host, he might do well. But with Lydia, it's almost like they're trying to have a conversation but failing time and time and again. And every time he tries to crack a joke, you can tell he's really trying, digging really deep to be funny, but no one laughs. And that is just the pinnacle of awkwardness. Lisa Benoist does a pretty good job with the musical part, I think. A lot of people didn't really like it because the lyrics were a little bit weird and weren't written very well. And Melissa's not really someone you associate with Minecraft, but she does a pretty good job. It's a welcome distraction from otherwise a very uncomfortable intro or middle segment. But otherwise, we're probably like 1 hour into the show and nothing much really happens. Without the voting parts, which were probably just weaved into the show to try and drag out the time, it almost felt like they were just wasting time. But without the voting, it was really just an empty shell. Like nothing was happening in the show. They were really just pushing agendas, if you will. It's a little bit cynical the way I put that. But otherwise, without the voting, nothing was really happening. There was no interactiveness apart from the voting. So if you guys were at a viewing party, let me know. I knew there were pop quizzes that the hosts over there did for you guys. But otherwise, did you feel like there was any interactiveness at all? Was it worth your time investment to go to one of these viewing parties? Would it have been better if you just stayed at home? I'm very interested to hear from you guys who actually went to the actual viewing parties. And then we come to the very end of the show when Jens gives his huge announcement about the next update coming to 1.14 Minecraft. It's coming to 1.14 and of course to the Bedrock editions. It was an entirely underwhelming experience. When he said the Aquatic update or update Aquatic, no one said anything. It was just silence until people realized, oh wait, he just announced that we're getting an update for the oceans. And then they started cheering. But yeah, it's just a little thing that I'd like to note, that there was no really charisma there. But I think that's just what Jens is like as a person. But I think they should have gotten someone else to announce it, because he again, there was no chemistry between Will Arnett and Jens, and every time they tried to discuss, Jens was like saying, no, let me do the talking. But as a lot of you guys know, Mob A lost, which would have been very compatible with this next update. Mob B was the winner. Jens was a little disappointed. A lot of people were disappointed because that's just how a voting system works. But I'm feeling like the voting was just there to try and get you to watch the show. There was really no other interactiveness that I saw from the live stream itself. Jens does say that we'll be getting this in about a year's time, and the mob will be coming with the Aquatic update. And so far I don't see any like hostile mobs. It's all just Dolphins, a Trident, new blocks. Otherwise, it's a very good update. I'm looking forward to it. And finally, they did the really weird dance. No, that's the post-show update. That's Jens being very awkward again with Mob B. And you can see that Mob B won. And you can see the ending little segment that they did to close the ceremony, to close the convention. It's almost like they hinted that this will be what they'll be doing next year as well. I don't know yet. They didn't say it for sure explicitly, but they did imply that we'll be seeing them next year and Arnett will come back, which I hope that he does a better job, because right now he just does not fit the bill. Some of the hosts did a good job, like the pre-show and post-show parts. Sometimes when the YouTubers came in, it was okay. It fell far underneath what I expected from them. It was a very disjointed and discontinuous experience, but let's just ignore all the elephants in the room, which are all the people asking for capes. It didn't happen. If there were capes, people would be so much happier. Otherwise, I just don't think they need to do this again. It just felt like everyone just did not laugh or like the idea of having like multiple Minecons around the world, because it didn't feel like it. No one was interacting with each other. It was just a crowd watching one show, another crowd in another part of the world watching the show. There was no connectiveness or no interactiveness between the community, and no one was together, and that's just my take on it. So maybe you guys feel different. I don't know. The people who went to the viewing parties might have a different opinion. Here is the website, the web page, where you can read about the new announcements for the Aquatic update. Don't know why they called it the Update Aquatic and not the Aquatic update. Maybe they just wrote it down, signed, sealed the stamp, delivered it, and that's just the way it was. It should have been the Aquatic update. I don't know why I did that. You can see that we'll be getting new enchantments. The Trident will be a new weapon that you can throw like a boomerang. It'll come back like Thor's Mjolnir or the hammer. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that properly. We'll be getting Dolphins. I don't know much about that yet. We'll be getting Mob B. That one. Super duper graphics. I'm not happy about that, as I said in a previous video. And Mob B is coming to Minecraft. So this will all happen in about a year's time. Not a lot has been announced. These are all just prototypes. So what you're seeing here could change. But otherwise, you do expect these will be the biggest parts of the feature update coming to Minecraft Java Edition. And yeah, just you can look forward to this. I'm really happy with the update, but I'm not happy with Minecon Earth. That's basically my take on this. Pretty happy that Mob B won, and a lot of people aren't. So those are my 2 cents on the entire experience. And I have to say, please don't do this next year. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe for more creative content and news updates. Take care.